What's up guys, foldable journeys already on their way, but this time we have another contender which is Huawei. I'm not gonna say this is the new contender because we already have a foldable phone from Huawei which is the Huawei Mate X. But speaking of the second generation, things are looking very interesting. And before I get right into the Huawei, I just wanted to say about Samsung. Samsung has done and is doing amazing job in their foldable department. Their Galaxy Fold was a huge hit in the market, and their Galaxy Z Flip still making the news, which surely it deserves. As for the Huawei, so we already have the Huawei Mate X, the first foldable phone from company, but it wasn't the best phone in overall terms. Its sales was not as close as the Galaxy Fold, of course, because of the Google and US president. And speaking of the overall design of that phone, so the Mate X definitely looks cooler, but it was more fragile phone than the Galaxy Fold. It has this outward folding display which is exposed fully, and just for your knowledge, the screen replacement of Huawei Mate X is cost you one iPhone 11 Pro, and if this screen is fully exposed to the real world, then it's surely gonna break pretty soon. But glad that Huawei has learned their lesson and about to bring the real change with the Huawei Mate X2. So Huawei has applied for a patent for their next foldable phone. The patent application was filed in the European Union Intellectual Property Office and is reported for the Mate X2. The device is expected to be released in the third quarter of 2020, and according to the illustrations, the next Huawei's foldable smartphone will have a very similar design as of the Mate X, but with its display bending inwards. Yes, you heard that right. Instead of outward folding, the Mate X2 is going to have that inward folding design similar to Galaxy Z Flip and Galaxy Fold. There are two front-facing cameras and 4 cameras on the back for a total of 6 cameras. The phone will have corners that are slightly curved compared to the squared off edges on the Mate X, and the display does not appear at all when the Mate X is closed. Now according to this sketches, we have 2 displays, one outer display on this stylus compartment and one inner full display. But if Rodin is to be believed, the Mate X2 is going to have total of 3 displays, one outer inward folding display, one main display full bezel-less with no cameras and nothing at all, and one tall display on the back side of the phone for selfies. Now if you are thinking what is the point of having 3 screens all around the phone when we have this just one display all around the phone in the original Mate X. So the Mate X has this foldable display which is expensive and fragile, whereas on the Mate X2 the only inward display is going to be the only foldable display, whereas both outward displays will be similar than the normal phones with Gorilla Glass 6 protection. But again, we don't have any confirmation is it going to have 3 displays. According to Rodent, Mate X2 will be having 3 displays, but this patent shows we have just 2 displays. So we have to wait and see what is going to be the final design. And speaking of the stylus, so instead of this USB port, we have this stylus port. Again, I don't know where is going to be a USB port. Other than that, the Mate X2 will be rocking a Kirin 1000 or 1020 processor, which is also going to be inside of the Mate 50 Pro. And if the previous reports are to be believed, the Mate 50 Pro is going to be the first phone in the world with Harmony OS. And if that report is true, this means the Mate X2 will also rock the Harmony OS along with almost same specifications as of the Mate 50 Pro. Also, Huawei will announce a new foldable phone at its virtual press conference in Barcelona on February 24th. Now why I said virtual press conference? Because the MWC 2020 has officially cancelled because of the coronavirus outbreak, and these are some of the companies that were scheduled to announce their products at MWC. So now MWC is officially cancelled, so they're gonna announce their products at virtual press conference. And specifically as for the Huawei's virtual conference, so they're gonna announce their new Huawei Mate XS. The Huawei Mate XS is the successor to the original Mate X, but the design of this upcoming phone will be very similar as of the original Mate X. The original difference will be under the hood, like we will see Kirin 995G instead of Kirin 980 processor, and camera improvements will also be there along with a better hinge design and an ultra thin foldable glass on top of foldable display. So yeah, that's pretty much it about Huawei's foldable journey in 2020. Again, we don't have full confirmation and full details about the Huawei Mate X2. So stay tuned to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed this video. So thanks so much for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one.